bloggers, or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, municipality, individual, or anyone or anything.
He's a surgeon. He's a 100-ton boat captain. He's a lieutenant on Seaside Heights Beach Patrol in New Jersey. He's a member of the Coast Guard Auxiliary. He's Dr. Michael Kachmar. Need answers to your medical questions? We have them. Listen in to hear latest on medical topics related to all that and more.
Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Michael Kachmar. How are you? Welcome to Lifeguarding with Dr. Michael Kachmar. Today's date is August the 16th, year of our Lord 2022. And we have, I'm here with we got the crew today. We got the lifeguards off duty. We have Tyler. Hey, Tyler. I like your lifeguard hat. Are we okay? Are we allowed to wear lifeguard stuff, you know?
No idea.
Yeah. And we have Sean. Here's Sean. Hey, Sean.
Hi.
Sean, you have no lifeguard apparel on.
I got nothing. I'm wearing a black shirt.
Yeah, I got my, what do I got on? I got my
Antigua.
Speaking of lifeguard apparel,
yeah.
What's good with those shirts?
That's another whole thing. Well, I got to, we contracted a good friend of mine, and I always kick myself in the ass when I should probably have gone out to a non-friend. And he you know what it is? I got a buddy. He's a really good guy. He owns, like, people out there. He owns a whole bunch of places on the boardwalk, and he has a very successful business. And he, he has an idea of what people want with regard to T-shirts.
Is he the one selling the "I Love Hot Dads" shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
he also sells like the fake lifeguard gear.
Yeah, but I gave him a lot of drawings and things, and he's trying to make him like cartoonish, and I don't want that. A lot of colors and everything. They'll probably sell very well on a boardwalk.
What I've always wanted to do is make our own version of those like bright red lifeguard sweatshirts that said lifeguard Seaside Heights, and it would say something like Seaside Heights Beach Patrol Supporters Club or something like that. Well, like if the people that were buying them knew they were actually from the lifeguards that were right up on that beach, I feel like they'd buy it over that other corny shit.
Well, you never know. While we're doing this, can you just make sure that we're up on Rumble and YouTube?
Yes.
Want to just check? So anyway, today we have really 3 stories. Let's we scour the internet for articles. We have a case here, Myrtle Beach. It was a $20 million settlement. It had to do with a drowning. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We actually had a real Baywatch rescue right down the road, about 3 miles from Seaside Heights in LBI. An unbelievable story. It could be definitely one of the shows on Baywatch.
Did you used to watch Baywatch?
Oh,
I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah.
We should do episodes where we just watch Baywatch.
Yeah, we should. It'd be great. and then we were talking about drones, and who knows? Maybe drones will be. You'll go to the beach, and it'll be just a drone sitting on the lifeguard stand. It'll be it'll be just go out and save you. So we're going to talk about those things.
Is it true? Wait, is it true that David Hasselhoff is like the German Justin Bieber?
Yeah, he's a big singer. Yeah, they love him.
I never knew.
And Jackie Chan.
I never knew that he had a music career. I always thought he was just like the guy from Knight Rider and Baywatch.
No, he had a whole thing going on over there. He still does probably.
One of the older lifeguards that I sat with today was telling me that he had planned this because he was telling me Baywatch was watched in like every country in the world or something like that. It was like that crazy popular. But he was using that fame to try to start his music career. So he had organized this big pay-per-view where he was going to start his launch off his music career live to the world.
Yeah.
You know what day he had it scheduled on?
9/11.
No.
the
day of the OJ car chase.
Oh, okay. So that's the end of that. Baywatch was soft porn. Basically it was soft porn. And the first lifeguard movie that was out there was
Sam
I think
Elliott,
that was called Sam Elliott was called Lifeguard. And
I think that's a James Patterson book.
If you watch that now, it's I don't think it's
there's a new one. I think there's a Kirsten Beck one or whatever her name is, Kirsten Bell.
But if you look at the lifeguard, that was the
A
first
show,
one.
right? It's a series.
No, she was just like the blonde girl. She it's like but her at a pool, but same concept. Lawyer, lifeguards again for a summer, and like regrets it.
Right. But this one here, the girl's like 15 or 17, and he has sex with her. It's a little, it's a little bit, but it's got to remember it's dated. It's back in the 70s. I mean that was what was going on. That was the first lifeguard movie. But yeah, I watched Baywatch, and it's so ridiculous. It's so over the top. I mean, I remember one Baywatch show, and I loved it. They had a pier, and a car drives off the pier and hits the water, and it got the you can see the car sinking to the bottom. Right, it's I don't know 20 feet, 30 feet, and the people are in the car, and the car is filling up with water. Of course, there's cameras in the car. There's cameras,
Yeah.
and then the lifeguards had a competition. It was an Ironman competition. Just so happened when the car went off. These guys run in the water, right? Run in the water. No mask, no nothing. And you see them, they're walking underwater. They lift the car up and they walk it out. And the lady goes,
All the episodes are like that. They're crazy.
The lady goes, that's unbelievable. And the guy goes, they're Iron Men. And I'm like, then like how many times you see people where they're drowning, they're dead. They pull them out, they do CPR, and then all of a sudden they cough up and they're like standing. Oh, thank you very much for saving my life. I mean, nobody. If you're that bad, you're going to the hospital. You're still unconscious. You're not gonna just wake up and like, oh, everything is great. Shake the hands and and have an ice cream. But it was so over the top. But it was like I said, it was soft porn. You have to look at what's called Iron Man.
Did you ever watch the one with Dwayne Johnson? And
yes, I love it.
It's so good and bad at the same time.
That movie is good.
We went
Buchanan.
all in costume with whistles, and we're just whistling in the movie theater.
Yeah, we're douches for that.
Because
it was so fun.
Because what it is, it's a goof on Baywatch.
Yeah.
And I love it where if you watch the movie, you got to watch it.
Here's the thing: was Baywatch intentionally campy, or were they taking it
no,
serious?
Serious. It was serious. It was like serious, really serious stuff. If you watch with the Rock, there was another Baywatch 2 movie, but if you watch that one, what they do is as the show goes on, the girls' breasts get bigger and bigger and bigger. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they put in there that makes you go back and watch the movie again. But I like the premise where they're and just like Baywatch, they weren't just lifeguards. They were solving international drug crimes, murders, everything like that. And what they did in the Baywatch movie, they spoofed on that. And the cop used to go, "You're just lifeguards. You can't bust drug dealers. You guys are just lifeguards." And there's a whole scene where he goes, "You're just a lifeguard."
But isn't that like how lifeguards think? To be honest,
nah. Well, I don't.
We get a little into it.
Because the beach is like us. Where you have, if you're a big inner city beach where you're dealing with a lot of, you deal with the police a lot. Yeah, I mean, our beach is a unique place because it's an inner city. Our beach is an inner city beach, not in the inner city. They come to us. And so it's kind of like crazy. But they have, Bay at Bondi Beach. I mean, there's Los Angeles, I'm very Chicago beaches. There's a lot of beaches where if you're next to a city, you're going to get a city crowd, and it could be, it could be a little dicey.
Well, if you could go to one beach in this entire world and redo your entire lifeguarding career, what would it be?
And, well, that's a good one, I mean, Hawaii. I watch Bondi. I mean, that place is crazy. I would like to have a place that has a lot, big ocean all the time.
Yeah.
And when I was in my heyday, where it's really big and it's really crazy.
We had some big ocean today.
I mean, probably L.A. Probably L.A. County. I mean, that place they
that's
do
because of the
everything.
pay though, right? That's not.
No. They do beach. I mean, they do boats. They got cliff stuff. I mean, I think it's pretty. I would go first of all somewhere where it's all year round because our season is on, and we got three months and that's it. I would love to have done it all year round, and a beach where, all year round means really crazy stuff all year round. So anyway, let's why don't we go to our first? Which one are we going to do first?
Let's do the drones.
Let's do the drones. So can we pull that up? The drone one. So this is lifeguard drones can save lives, but U.S. beaches might not buy them. So in Europe, lifeguard drones have helped save people from drowning, but they're costly and less prevalent in the United States. So I see, it looks like in Spain they do a lot of the drones, And we have a drone, by the way. Our borough administrator has a drone. It's a big one. In fact, he has more than one. He's got a pilot's license. And the thing that people who are watching on Spotify and on our podcast, you could go to our webpage or go to our YouTube video and watch this. You could read about it. But I think that you're not going to get rid of lifeguards. And the time you get a drone out there, the rescue is going to be over. I mean, I could see it on a multiple rescues. I could see it for people who may be off when the lifeguards are not there, and you have police or lay people maybe want to patrol the beach after hours, or areas that are not covered by lifeguards.
So how are they using this drone here, though?
So again, read it.
This is actually a pretty interesting article. It just explains a little bit about this rescue with this
Before,
kid
just stop 1 second. What article is this so people so they can look it up?
Right,
so this is
Washington Post.
Washington Post. Lifeguard drones can save lives, but U.S. beaches might not buy them.
So it's Washington. This was an article August 6th at 6 a.m. So it was put out just this August 6th. Okay.
So in Europe, lifeguard drones have helped save people from drowning, but they're costly and less prevalent in the U.S. Okay, so the technology has gained traction mostly in Spain, where it's being used on nearly 24 beaches. In other countries, including the United States, lifeguards are also using drones as an extra set of eyes. You can see that they were probably doing that a lot on Long Island, in New York.
Yeah,
what it was.
But if
they're probably using them to check out for sharks.
Well, if you look at Bondi Beach, they actually have cameras on the water that you could watch, and also they have buoys out there that have sonar that actually could detect objects coming through. So there's a lot of aids to lifeguarding already. We have cameras on our beaches. A lot of beaches, we could zoom in on people on the water on the beach if we have to, but we don't use it to watch people though, in the water yet. I mean, it's kind of. But yeah, so what are they?
So basically, what happened is, kid gets in trouble. Okay, they use walkie-talkies to notify trained drone pilots to fly over to one child. The drone battled crosswinds and hovered a few feet over the boy, dropping an auto-inflating life vest. Wow. Okay, so what they're using it for, the drone isn't doing the rescue. It's getting a flotation to the victims before the lifeguards can get there and drag them in.
Right.
But this article actually goes into a kind of an interesting little history breakdown. It says, in the United States, the concept of lifeguarding originated around the 1700s, mostly to save people from shipwrecks. About a century later, as shipwrecks began to dwindle and recreational swimming rose, the roots of modern-day lifeguarding emerged. Trained lifesavers patrolling pools and beaches, ready to respond. For years, the tools of a lifeguard have not changed. Rescuers spot a person struggling in the water, rush out, and throw them a donut-shaped ring buoy. But as technology advanced, so did lifeguards' gear. Then they began using personal watercraft and inflatable rafts around the 1980s. In the 2000s, companies created software to visually detect struggling swimmers in pools, providing lifeguards an early warning system.
Yeah. Problem with all this is it costs money. That's the thing. It's all about money.
Yeah.
One thing
all about money.
One thing about you when you talk about aids to lifeguarding. What's interesting? There's lifeguard shortages. We're getting younger and younger lifeguards. But one thing that I see, and this has been going on for years, it's harder and harder to get people who could swim. They don't have a lot of swim programs anymore. A lot of swim teams are done. And our kids are getting fatter, lazier. I mean, it's just kids can't swim. And I just read an article among these articles where what they're doing is they're lowering the standards. A lot of beach patrols are lowering the standards for getting people on the beach. Now, does that jive with USLA? I don't know. But, if you could get, we don't use a C-Bob, but think about it. As time goes on, that may be a seminal change. Get these people.
That thing's useless.
I know, but you can't beat a lifeguard in the water. It's strength. It's you need the physical. You got to grab people. They're going down. I mean, what if they can't? What if somebody's struggling? They can't hold on to a buoy.
Well, I do see an advantage, right, to having a drone that you could get some kind of flotation out to the victim really quickly. But again,
launch it, get it going.
Yeah, in so many cases, we have to go because the victim can't save themselves. right?
Right.
And
think
they're not,
about,
therefore they're not going to be able to hold on to that
No.
buoy. They're not going to be able to put the life vest on.
No.
So
no. And think about how
it could definitely make it easier for us. I
Yeah.
can see that, but again, it's expensive. You got to maintain it.
think about the
What happens
logistics.
If it falls in the water,
Okay.
you're out probably
You
like
know,
10 grand.
All right, so we're setting up, but think about it. You're setting up the beach. Where are you going to put the drone, first of all?
Hamilton Avenue. What are
Where?
you talking
On the
about?
stand? No, think
Even
about
from
go.
even
no,
from
no.
anywhere to headquarters.
No, but you
it's
got
so
no.
quick,
But don't
it's
say
so
anyway.
quick.
Let's do. We're going to do it tomorrow. We're going to set up the drone. We said we're going to have big ocean day. Where are you going to put the drone?
It doesn't matter.
Let's try it.
No,
We'll
but I'm
make a
saying,
prop
but
drone.
I'm. It's like doing a chess game. I can tell you right now. I can see problems going ahead. Where do you put it? You
Who's
got to
the
start
drone
it.
operator?
Right. Who's the drone operator? You know, they got to sit there and they're not going to make the rescue. They got to get the damn thing up. I don't. You know, you got to fire it up. You got to get it over there. I guess it could happen fast. You know, but you got. I mean, every lifeguard stand could have a drone, and you could have a drone
Well,
operator.
listen, you know, presumably if you've spent X amount of money on this very expensive piece of equipment, you wouldn't have done it without already having some protocol in place for how you.
You got
implement
5
it.
people drowning out. In the
Correct.
okay, I'll give you another one. You got 5 people drowning out there, and they're a couple, say 5 yards, 10 yards apart. You got one pool buoy. I mean, how many? The drone can only carry one life preserver, right?
Yeah, but
So then what?
It
You
could
save
probably
one
carry
person.
multiple.
I don't know.
saving anybody is important. But I think you're underestimating how quick drones launch and how quick they move.
Okay, but how many?
fast.
But
They're
you're gonna have
so
to you're gonna have to bring it back and put another load up another one. I'm just saying. I'm playing the devil's advocate. It's a great idea, but is it practical? That's the key.
I think it could.
I think it could be
for sure.
yeah.
Well,
I think it could be.
We'll have to see. If anybody out there wants to comment, you know, give us a what do you call it? Come on our email. It's drkachmar@comcast.net. And we can
what?
talk about
iCloud.com.
excuse me, iCloud. drkachmar
Where are we
iCloud.com. You should put it up for the people. So anyway, I don't know. I think it's a great idea to experiment with and, like you said, train with. We have it in our town, but we haven't really brought it out yet. And
Didn't
we
we used to have a tank?
It was a What happened was back in the day, the military started giving all their stuff away. They didn't need it, and it wasn't a tank.
What
it
are
was,
but it had the tank. What are those called?
Treads.
Treads, yeah. It was like
Was
a
it like
tractor.
a like
I'm
a
gonna try to look
snow
a picture.
like a snow jet ski type or a snow?
Yeah, it was like one of those.
Like a
things.
cross
Yeah,
between
yeah.
a quad and
Yeah.
was it something like this?
Yeah, but it was bigger. It was something like that.
That's sick.
They were testing it. They gave it to us to test. It was
Batman
the problem was it
Begins.
was too slow. It was too slow. Yeah, you know what? Again,
These things.
it's we have enough time with costs right now. Towns don't want to spend any money, so let's go on. So anyway, drones is an interesting thing.
Imagine if we had this.
Yeah.
If we had like a D-Day landing craft that we just performed rescues off the back of.
That'd be awesome.
So
That would be kind of awesome.
So let's go to our next thing. I want to see. So go to the whiteboard for me.
16 grand. Let's buy that.
Go to my next one, Tyler. My whiteboard, please.
It's a drop top. Kachmar.
There you go. Yeah. It's a lot of money.
It's a convertible.
You can't be an ATV and a mule. We have, just so people know, we have, on the south end we have a mule, which is really nice, and 2 ATVs. And really, I think on the other side you got a mule, and I don't know how many had 2 ATVs, right? So we try to have a lot of equipment. That makes a big difference. One of the things about the ATVs is in the mules that gives us the ability to flex down the beach off season and cover a lot of beach and keep a lot of people out of water. I don't see how you could do it because, I could be on one end of the beach with, a half mile on the other end of the beach in 2 minutes, 3 minutes to get people out or make a rescue. They are, when you have a light crew, I don't want to say a skeleton crew, but when you're like that, that's a really good thing to have. And and what are they, what does an ATV cost? I don't know, $5,000?
About at least.
Didn't we look this up last week?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to look it up again. No, we looked at jet skis. But I'm telling you, if anybody's going to buy anything, before you buy a boat, I would get ATVs. They are worth their weight in gold. We use them every day. We patrol with them. We watch for holes. We lifeguards go back and forth with them if we have to. Great. That's one of the best things that ever came to the beach. By and far. So let's talk about which one you want to talk about next, the settlement or the LBI.
Let's do this LBI.
So this
story.
is a 20. So this is real life Baywatch. So let's pull up this article. This is right down the road from us. This is in Long Beach Island. So here it is. This guy Selfridge, Bob Selfridge, right?
Yeah.
Selfridge, who has been lifeguarding for 42 years.
This handsome gentleman
And,
right here.
and is also a fireman, dove under a capsized boat this weekend to help save people who are trapped in an air bubble underneath. This is like an unbelievable. This is right out of Baywatch. So let's just go. Cruised out through the inlet on his jet ski. He was greeted by Coast Guard, state police, towboats, and other volunteers who had already responded to the call. He assumed everything had been rescued, or everybody had been rescued. Then someone yelled that 2 people were still trapped in the boat. A mother, and a 4-year-old daughter were stuck in a small air bubble as the water slowly rose around them. This incident is a low-frequency, high-intensity type call, Selfridge said. This is a once-in-a-lifetime. As the Coast Guard tried to flip the boat to free the pair, Selfridge realized it wasn't going to work. He took off his life jacket and jumped in the water. His fellow volunteers threw him a mask and swim fins, and he dove in. Let me just stop for a second. Interesting enough, the Coast Guard's on scene. They do not go in the water.
Why?
It's not their protocol unless they have a rescue swimmer. They're not allowed by protocol. I'm a lifeguard, auxiliarist. Coast Guard has strict rules and regulations. So none of their people go in the water unless they are trained to do, and the one who was trained to do is a rescue swimmer, and obviously they didn't have a rescue swimmer at that point. The state police could do that, but again, it's up to the individual whether or not they feel comfortable getting in the water. You don't want to have, another person drown. The fire department is a little different. All our fire departments around here usually have rescue squads. Our Seaside Heights has a fire department, has a subsection which is specifically ready and trained for water rescue. And so think about this. This boat, it must have been in capsized and was in low water. So it wasn't, it was on the ground, but it was there. So keep reading. So he said he had to do something. So
it was by far the dumbest thing I've ever done, said Selfridge. It needed to be done.
Yeah, so here it is. So I want to read it. Navigating through the dark, I love this. Navigating through dark water, tangled with rope and wires, he finally found himself in pitch black air pocket. Relieved to have found the 2 warm bodies. Time stood still while he was under the surface. Selfridge estimated it was more than a minute, but less than 5. Using light from the mother's cell phone, that's amazing. Selfridge could finally see that there were only 20 inches of space left in the shrinking bubble. That's crazy. I mean, keep going down.
Yeah,
he went too far.
This scene is pretty crazy to think
He
about.
put his hands on top of the girl's head so she wouldn't bump into anything. Grabbed her life jacket and felt the mother tug on his shirt. She told her daughter to hold her breath, and the 3 dove down in the water, pushed off from the ground, and popped up on the other side. So they were probably standing. They were basically in the boat. It was capsized. It wasn't like floating in the water, but which I think would have been a lot harder. But this is still a feat of, this is unbelievable. To take that risk. So this is Barnegat Life Beach Patrol Captain John, Scholes confirmed Selfridge was the one to rescue them.
Captain Scholes, if you want to come on the show, come talk about it. Or let's get this guy on the show.
Yeah.
Keep going down so I can read the rest here. So it says, it was just a matter of, you're here, you can do it, let's do it, he said. And I gotta give this guy a lot of credit. I mean, that's a risky thing that he did. He didn't have a mask. I mean, he had a mask, but he didn't have a water, scuba equipment on. And he went in there. Those people probably would have died. They would have just sat there and drowned. And it's amazing too that the mother and daughter had enough wherewithal to, hang out there and don't panic, and get out of there. That's an amazing story.
I want to read this quote because this is pretty badass. So he said he wasn't sure what he was thinking when he acted, and he says it was just a matter of, you're here, you can do it, so let's do it.
So keep on going. Yeah, keep going down. Keep going down.
It's just like I have this responsibility, and like
let me look at this picture. Don't go back. Just go slow. So there he is there with you're not showing the picture.
You want to see
right?
the picture?
Yeah, no, I want to see what it looks like right there. And he's got the U.S. I don't know what kind of shirt. It says USLA.
Yeah, it's USLA.
There's he's sitting, and look what he's leaning against. Just what we talked about. There's a ATV, right?
There's a quad.
He didn't think about himself. This is another here. Let me just start. So Jeffrey Sponge, I don't know, Washburn, the assistant chief fire chief at Barnet Light, has been on numerous rescues with Selfridge in the past. He doesn't think about himself; he worries about the situation. Washburn said, and it takes a special person to do what he did. Selfridge had 3 fellow volunteers backing him up. To him, the beach patrol is family. I love that. He's right in our DNA. This guy. I know I wouldn't been. So he goes. I know I wouldn't have been able to do it if what I did if I didn't have confidence in them coming to get me if I messed up. That's an important point right there.
Yeah, I was going to say
because
that.
when we lifeguard, we don't think about it all the time, but we work as a unit. When I go down, I'm praying and hoping, and I know you guys are going to back me up, or I'm going to back you up, and that's very important because one individual can't do it. And if somebody can't, it's 3 of us are going out into a ocean, and there's somebody drowning. You may get kicked by the waves, I may get kicked back, but one of us are going to get out.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, I don't want to be talk about sexual, but it's like the sperm. You got a million sperm. One's going to hit the egg.
One's going to win.
One's going to win. So
it's like you're like the whole time, like he said, like, listen, if this doesn't work out, like I got guys on the beach that got my back that are gonna come for me.
Yeah, that's important. And yeah, if you get in trouble,
and
right,
that allows you to like sell out to try to
Well, I mean, days when I was making rescues, I'd give it everything to get to the person because I know, once I get out there, I could be dying, but the guys will come out and we'll get everything squared away. So it says the Coast Guard awarded him a challenge coin for his service. That's is a very prestigious thing. Selfridge enjoys serving those around him. He grew up in Long Beach Island and said the community has kept him here all these years. His mom was born in LBI, and a few relatives were lifeguards in the area before him. Well, we went too far. The community is our blood, he said. When old classmates find out he's still a lifeguard, they respond with disdain, but is that what it says, disdain?
Disdain.
Yeah, but Selfridge loves what he does. I'm like, I'm on the beach every day. What do you do? I said it's kind of like we do. I get that from patrons on the beach when when I say something like fill up the hole, or
someone said to Doc one time, and you probably gotten this too. Like, shut up, old man. I'd probably make more money than you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I feel sorry for you. You're an old guy driving around, and you're a lifeguard or whatever. And so just another sunny day. But his beach patrol duties are solely volunteer work. His primary job is in EMS at Atlantic Care. In the summertime, he works 7 days a week to maintain both, taking 12 to 18-hour shifts on the ambulance and spending the rest of the time on the beach. Wow. And Barnett like are second to none, according to his work with Selfridge. Let me just go down a little. Let me see. And mission, I'm just going here.
This whole rescue has me thinking about the Pirates of the Caribbean scene.
Where they walk.
Yeah, where they're walking the boat underwater to sneak and steal the ship.
They myth busted that?
Well,
What do you mean?
Like, it's not possible.
To carry a boat underwater like that?
No, to do it the way they did it.
That's the movies, yeah. Tyler, can you just pull up, is there any contact information for these people here? Just go see if there's anything else here. Let me see.
That's next.
Okay.
I mean, we get in contact with the journalist.
No. We just want.
No, I want to get in contact with these people. I want to get this guy on the show. This guy's.
Well, that's it. I'm just saying, people who are listening now.
If you find a job you'll love, you'll never work a day in your life. Selfridge said.
Yeah, that's great. He calls himself a senior lifeguard. I like that.
That's you. You're a senior. I'm a senior guard. You're a senior lifeguard.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Anyway, that's a great story. We want to give a shout out to that Mr. Selfridge, lifeguard extraordinaire, and
Selfridge is the homie.
Yeah, he beat me. That's a good story, man. He's lifeguard of the year as far right now. He's running. There ain't nobody touching that.
No,
I mean that's a tough one to come back from. I mean that's a good, unbelievable rescue. So
who are you going to vote for lifeguard of the year?
I don't know.
Ask him live on the air.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Who are you going to vote for rookie of the year?
Nah. We've had, I tell you, there's a bunch of guys, but let's go on to the next one.
I got some ideas about it.
I don't want to talk about that on radio. So anyway, it wouldn't be, nobody would understand that. So, but I do. Every beach patrol has tournaments, awards. Yeah. So the next one here is
$20 million or Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. So this is an interesting article here that I wanna talk about, and let me go to the whiteboard here. Can you throw up the whiteboard for me before you don't get rid of that? Yeah. Hang on. So this is on our whiteboard. This is the next one. This is a $20 million settlement So that's we got to use our whiteboard. We got to say it. So let's go to the so a family of Myrtle Beach drowning victim awarded $20 million settlement against the beach. Now here's the thing, against beach company. Now I read this article, and this was just posted August 3rd, 2022, last week, and this was a drowning that happened August 2019. And that's how long it takes for these lawsuits to go through. But here's the interesting thing. The way I read it is that the individual drowned, lifeguards were there, but the accusation is that the lifeguards were hired by a company, and these two companies, and they for them paying for the lifeguards, the town gave them exclusivity to sell beach umbrellas and chairs, like they do, maybe boogie boards, I don't know. And what they did is they made the lifeguards sell the chairs, I guess, put the umbrellas in, and the argument or the allegation is that they were distracted.
Makes sense.
And that distraction led to this individual's death. Let's read the article a little bit. Can you?
Wait, where do you think Zurihan? What's the guy's name? Zurihan Wold, ZURIHUNWOLDE. Where do you think that guy's from?
No idea. But let's read that.
That's like Eastern European.
Yeah, that might be Asian. That's a good question. I don't know. I didn't. Let's go. So he drowned. So this poor individual drowned in August 2019 after he got caught in a rip current near the Seacrest Resort in Myrtle Beach, according to a lawsuit filed by the family. Wall left behind a wife and 4 children. Phew, man. The lawsuit. Let me see. The lawsuit said when he called for help, no lifeguards responded. The family filed the lawsuit against Lax Beach Services and said Lax, what a name, was required to provide.
They're a little too lax up on the stand, huh?
What's that? Lax. Yeah, lax. They were too lax. They were required to provide proper trained, certified, and competent lifeguards for the portion of the beach where Wall drowned. Listen, this gets interesting.
Lacking in training.
The lawsuit claimed the lifeguards were focused on renting beach umbrellas rather than safety. Testimony evidence indicated that while Mr. Wall, how do you pronounce that again?
Wold. I don't know.
And his 2 children were and his 2 children were struggling and calling for help. The lifeguards assigned to monitor the beach were engaged in commercial sales. Woo-hoo! The family attorney said further, no lifeguards made.
I love how you didn't even make an attempt.
No, I don't because now. Further, no lifeguards made any attempt to enter the water and save Mr. Wall's children. So they didn't even go in the water.
Wow.
Myrtle Beach is the only place in the country that uses dual role lifeguards.
Dual role lifeguards.
They
That's
were
such bullshit. There is no such thing as a dual role lifeguard. You have one job.
They're catching that bag.
So if you listen here,
they're going for that bag the whole time.
No, so it goes here. He said this is the Myrtle Beach. He says the United States Lifeguarding Association prohibits lifeguards from being tasked with anything other than public safety. All right, and that's why he said, listen, why Lax lost. Now Lax is the company, lost their certification in 2008. So they've been functioning. How does the state let them do that? See, there's more to the picture here, because state of New Jersey, you cannot operate a beach patrol unless you're certified by either USLA or the Chiefs Association. That's a hard stop.
Or OSHA, right?
No, not OSHA. No. There's only but certified. There's like 3 entities that are recognized. So here they've lost their certification. So 2008. So why aren't they shutting them down? We're just happy that the verdict reflected the truth, which is that it is unsafe practice that needs to stop. Let me see. So on Friday, a jury returned $20.73 million verdict. Woo. And it also said that the jury awarded $13.7 million in actual damage and $7 million punitive damage. Just go down a little bit more for me. It would be appropriate to comment this time. Just go down anymore. Is there anything else to the article? So I want to dissect this.
Just really think about that. The Lax.
Yeah, the name. Well, here's what gets me here. A lot of the towns, have lifeguards. It's a government, and some of them are penny pitchers, but a lot of them, it's all motive. And when you have lifeguards that are being hired by a company and their motive is profits, that's dangerous. Number one.
For sure.
Number two is that who owns it? You know, I'm not a big government guy, but I think that if lifeguards are on these beaches, I think that the towns or the state or the county should be on top of it. They should be regulating it, and they should be monitoring it. And every lifeguard entity should be certified by USLA, and keep those minimums. They've got to have standards. So they got caught, and I guarantee you they're going to go forward. Either you're going to close down, or they're going to be
There's no
certified.
way they're still operating. You think they're still going after $20 million?
Well, they got to if they have a beach. Maybe I don't know if they charge.
Well, who's paying the 20 mil? Is it the state?
No, the companies. Well, it'll be the company's insurance, and that company will be bankrupt, or they won't be able to. The insurance won't cover them anymore. But let's get back to the other thing that was very interesting here. The USLA says lifeguards can't do anything other than public safety, which means lifeguards can't be distracted. They don't want that. These lifeguards were distracted putting umbrellas down. They probably weren't even there, which is crazy. But in the state of New Jersey, the law is very clear on you. It's negligent if you are distracted. And one of the biggest things is cell phones. That's one of the things, like we don't have cell phones on the lifeguard stands because we're concerned that the lifeguards are going to get distracted. And some towns allow the kids to have lifeguards phones on the lifeguard stand, but they're not allowed to use them. You know, maybe they get an emergency call or something, and if they do, they get fired immediately. But the distraction is the key. And, you know, having lifeguards, do whatever, maintenance work or something when they should be lifeguarding is like, again, we set up the beach and all that, but for a business venture, no. And I think it's a sad case there. That was an amazing. I didn't think that still went on. My thing is, how does the state allow, or the county, in that case, allow them to be not certified?
They're not even looking at that. They're not even aware. There's an organization covering the beach. There's an organization keeping people safe, quote unquote. They're just happy it's happening. They get to say it's happening, to sell beach tickets, and they are have people tourists come to the boardwalk, and that's what they're happy about.
Well,
they're not looking twice.
They don't sell beach tickets.
I'm not. Yeah, but
how do you know?
How do you know? No, but there's having people.
We're like literally the only fucking place in the world that does that.
No. But listen, there's a lot of people. Not everybody, but there's people that charge for the beach.
Either way, no. But like the hotels get to say that they are on guarded beaches where your kids can be safe, quote unquote.
Listen,
is it true that if I'm a surfer and I'm not, I think you mentioned this.
Surfers in Seaside can walk on the beach for free if they don't bring chairs.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this?
They go back and forth. I mean, I think that's great.
I'm all about it.
My thing is that, the money, like I've been down in Florida. I know there's places where there's private beaches associated with hotels, and it's all, you can't get in there unless you're paying to be in the hotel. And part of that fee is to be on the beach. Not all beaches are free. But that's another argument for another day. But that does raise the question, when you do have a beach that you're paying for, that you're going on and you're paying a fee, and you should expect to have a certain level of safety. But if there are lifeguards there and it's a public beach, and these people who are there, it's called a creative nuisance. There's a term for it. I'll give you another example of what I'm talking about, where you have to be careful who's on the beach. There was a hotel in Miami. There was no lifeguards there. It was part of the Miami beachfront that's not guarded by lifeguards. And there was a hotel. And the hotel, somebody drowned in front of the hotel. But who they sued was the guy who was selling the boogie boards and the umbrellas, because it was it created a nuisance. I don't know what the lawyer would come up with the exact word, but the idea is that you are selling umbrellas, you're selling chairs, and you invited people to the area. So like Seaside Heights or La Valette or any beach, if you have a boardwalk or an amusement park, you're basically inviting people to the area. Well, and if you have a beach, either you better close it, or if you let them on there, you better have it guarded, because you have a fiduciary responsibility to protect those people, because you're bringing them to the area. Follow what I'm saying? So even if they didn't charge for that beach, they might have had other things going on. That's why they didn't notice they didn't sue the lifeguards. Even though the lifeguards work for the company. They didn't sue the town.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe like they sold rafts or boogie boards and something.
Umbrellas. In that case, if you read the article, the
No, I'm
lifeguard.
talking about what you're talking about, where the other situation where they.
Yeah, they sold. The hotel was there. They didn't sue the hotel. They actually sued Miami. And because I knew this law case, because I was told about it.
The city of Miami.
They sued the city of Miami, but Miami has an interesting thing. We could maybe talk to Jerry about this. He's one of the operating individuals down here. I think they're capped at 100,000. There's laws. Some states you can't sue the government, so I think they're capped. But they went after the deep pockets, and the deep pockets were the guys who were selling the umbrellas and the lounge chairs. And they got it. It was a big award. I don't know.
Doesn't it make sense like they sold them because they had the floaties that people were probably getting sucked out on?
No. It's just that they were there. It's called a creative nuisance. You create a nuisance. It's a part of law. And I'm not a lawyer, so I'm going out on a stretch here.
Let's find this term, Tyler. Want to look up creative nuisance? See what that's about.
I'm on it.
So if you that's why I say you're selling stuff on the beach. You're bringing people. The town.
Attractive nuisance.
Attractive nuisance. There it is. I'm sorry. Attractive nuisance.
Attractive nuisance
Doctrine. So read that.
The attractive nuisance doctrine applies to the law of torts in some jurisdictions, whatever the hell that means. It states that a landowner may be held liable for injuries to children trespassing on the land if the injury is caused by an object on the land that is likely to attract children. The doctrine is designed
Boogie boards.
to protect children who are unable to appreciate the risk posed by the object by imposing a liability on the landowner. The doctrine has been applied to hold landowners liable for injuries caused by abandoned cars, piles of lumber or sand, trampolines, and swimming pools. However, it can be applied to virtually anything on the property. I don't really agree with
that's just
a
one
pile of lumber or sand.
But here's the thing. But you're not a lawyer and
prove that you're attracting kids.
No, but that's just for kids. And there's more to that attractive nuisance doctrine. That's just one Wikipedia, very limited.
Oh yeah, by the way, we were reading from Wikipedia. I think that's worth pointing out.
Yeah, but my point is what this down there, whether or not they were charging or not. But the big thing is the lifeguards were distracted. So that's there, and they weren't certified. So number one is I'm very sure, and if not, every beach patrol should be certified by either USLA or something that's equal in its pedigree. Number two is the lifeguards should not be cleaning up garbage, sweeping the beach, doing stupid stuff like that. Lifeguards should be lifeguarding. They should be on a stand, and they should not be distracted, and they should not be, setting up picnic areas.
Do buoy swims count as a distraction?
Yeah, no, that's training. That's
you
not
sure? I think that.
Yeah. No, you got to train. That's
I'm a little far away from the stand when I'm in the middle of a buoy swim.
But somebody's covering your stand. There's a lot of things. And here's the other thing.
I think about that a lot when we're working out. Like, oh man, I'm gonna be like halfway down the beach. If there's a rescue on this side, like, that's gonna suck.
The other thing too is are all beach patrols following the USLA guidelines? That's another whole issue for another topic of the day. Anyway, those were pretty good. Now I feel bad. I mean, a person drowned. We feel really bad. I mean, somebody died there. And it's tragic, and nobody. I mean, I don't say anything about the two kids or who saved he drowned. I guess the kids got in, or maybe bystanders saved him. I don't know. Do you want to look at any other articles, or you're happy with that? Because we did have a couple others there. Do you want to look at anything else, or we?
Are we showing him this meme page?
So there's these dudes on Instagram. Catch they call themselves
the Reformed Lifeguard.
The Reformed Lifeguard season. And they, what memes are, right?
Yeah.
So they just basically.
He knows what memes are, Tyler.
I don't, dude, come on.
Right,
we're always trying to bridge the age gap with this guy.
Let's go.
So yeah, we want to show you a few of these. They're pretty funny. This one is great.
I like the one with. I'll show you one after this. So read it out loud, Tyler.
Oh yeah, so it says the whole squad watching you get the phone number and a possible LG banquet date, and it's all these frat-looking boys standing in front of a.
Is that not like what you and your friends were like? Or when you watch us do it now, even.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yo,
Wait,
this guy in the middle.
back out, and go to the. There's a guy with long hair. Keep blonde.
Oh wait, no, this one is hilarious.
I remember this one.
Has anyone checked on our brother and sister guards on Long Island this past week about their shark problem? And it's a guy in full night gear,
Underwater.
with a sword standing right in front of a shark here.
You get it?
Oh yeah.
Wait, scroll down till you see the blonde guy.
See, people on our
going.
podcast got to look at this. They got it. You got it. Yeah.
Wait, read this, Kachmar.
Which one?
Read this
Thing
out
I
loud.
knew,
Wait,
I
pause
was
it.
on the beach.
Why do all guards that prefer the south side act like this, and they all drive a Subaru that leaks oil?
Next thing I knew, I was on the beach, taking in some cosmic rays, getting healed by Mother Nature, taking a little brewski, holding on a beautiful babe, and I'm fine today.
So no hospital, no doctors, just Mother Nature, huh?
Oh, I'm a child of Mother Nature. What do you
not us?
expect?
He's a big
Malibu,
guy.
you are
man.
truly-
He's
Next thing
hyper.
I knew,
Yeah, it's great.
my
You know, it's good because our job is serious, and you got. Yeah, I love that. I love that we're getting to the point now where the stereotype of idiots on the stand, being we're professionals. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
this
that's
is-
not
This one's great. This
how we
one's
think
great.
about it anymore.
But I like that
It's-
we're
it
making
says,
fun of it now.
When you completely effed up the entry and your dolphin dive and lose a fin, but you still make the rescue and the beach patrons love you.
And they're just celebrating you. This
guys
is
are-
actually lifeguards making fun of each other almost. Like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
by
Yeah,
lifeguards
yeah,
for
yeah.
lifeguards.
That's good. I like it. It's great. I think it's. I like it how the whole lifeguard community is really changing.
When you see the giant Costco thing where 7 drunk college students get stuck in one and the football player guy just makes them walk on the field.
Yeah, well-
shout out again to the reformed
well-
lifeguard season on Instagram. These guys are hilarious. They're saying all the things that we can't, honestly.
Well, what about I could throw this one out. What about like I felt good about when I was saying that we don't let anybody out with a boogie board without a leash.
Yeah.
And then one of the lifeguards, which will be named when we name, says, "Oh no, that's they could that doesn't matter." And then like 5 seconds later, some guy fell off his boogie board, started getting sucked down out, and thank God he made it in. We were going to go for him, and then what the funny thing is, he came in and his boogie board got brought in by the waves.
Yeah, advice to all you non-operators out there: never abandon your flotation device.
No,
That's probably
no.
That's probably the last thing you should do.
Yeah,
when the
that's why.
lifeguard
That's
starts
why you
blowing
want to
you
have.
up.
That's why you want to have a rip car. I mean, what do you call it? A leash with it. But that's great.
So it won't abandon you.
It won't ban you. Well, listen, it's.
Oh, Catch! I want to show you.
How much time? What do we got here? How long?
Like 45
Yeah,
right now.
Sean has a quiz for you.
Okay.
Oh, we do.
So, what else you got?
Do you want to do the quiz right now, or do you want to do
Yeah,
this?
I want to show Catch.
Yeah, and then we could.
video. Oh, this is our Instagram. You've never seen any of this.
You got the one with the. Is that Joe?
This is
who's-
yeah. I made this yesterday, Catch.
I love Blake's hair. Yeah, that's a good one.
Wait, look at the end here, the hair flip.
Yeah, Blake's really playing with the hair too much. He's like, I'm like, Blake, come on, man. Yeah, Blake's a little bit with the long hair. I love it. You know who had a mop of hair I really liked? I thought it was funny. Was Cole.
Oh, man.
And he looks like, I'm telling you,
Shirley Temple.
He looked like
Shirley Temple.
the lead singer for Led Zeppelin. That's who Cole looked like.
That's way too good of a compliment to give Aiden Cole.
Yeah, but listen, I throw it at it, and
You're too
but,
kind.
His hair, but you know what the problem was? He doesn't tie it up when he went in the water. And I remember we were doing buoy swims.
Wait,
His face was just he had hair.
Wait. For people that don't know, Aiden Cole has like shoulder length, thick, blonde, curly hair.
I'm pulling up a
However,
picture.
this year he used peroxide to bleach it, so that's why I'm saying.
Oh,
that's
I
why
didn't
I'm
know
saying
that.
he looks like Shirley Temple.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know he bleached it, but he had a long head of hair, boy. So
See,
where is he?
trying
You
to
got a
find
picture of him?
of Aiden.
Is there a picture of Cole out there?
Whoa, Cat's been throwing up some heat.
Yeah, he throws.
Look at
a
this
lot
picture of
Look at the priest.
These are all our pictures, by the way, guys.
Yeah, this is our.
Oh, should I
where we
screen
work.
share this?
Yeah,
why not?
yeah.
Shout
Screen's
out,
great, yeah.
shout out to Captain Connor of SHBP.
Well, show a good picture. Here's the guys coming in. Is Cole in there? This is our guys coming
Looks
in.
like me right there.
At the end of the day,
That's the end of
That
the
is
day.
me. With the logo, Lifeguards off duty.
I'm trying to see if I can zoom, but I don't. Oh, nope.
So we're trying to find Cole.
I don't know if he has a picture.
Yeah, you guys should
He's
go to
gotta have a
the beach. You know, Seaside Heights Beach Patrol Facebook. We got some great pictures. We're gonna start. We have permission to post all of those. By the way.
Hey, look at this one,
Let's
Catch.
go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Former SHBP Lifeguard of the Year. Who, Sean?
Tyler Andreas.
From where? From where, Sean?
Jackson, New Jersey.
Wow. That's a good picture right there.
I tell you what, I say this with all the confidence in the world.
What do you say?
All the Jackson guys on the beach could beat up all the Central guys on the beach.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
You realize we
that's-
have Jesse Brown, right?
Yeah.
All right, we just take
Get
me and one other guy, gouge Jesse's eyes out.
all right. So go. Let's keep on going. Let's go. Show me one more. See if you can see Cole. That's two of our.
That's Fusco and
That's
Boylan.
the old heads.
Right. No, I was trying to.
It's
find.
cool. All the beach patrols now kind of have like Instagram pages that they just share.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, this is our lobster bake, which
Lobster
was really
bake
a
was
beautiful
dope.
night. You know, show
Yeah,
one
look
of the
at this.
pictures. Yeah, there it is. We have a bonfire going on the beach. It's a really magical night. It was
There
kind
he
of.
is. There he is.
There he is.
That is his mop of hair right there.
Yeah,
You're
there's
watching
Cole.
the video.
There's Mr. Cole.
His Shirley Temple looking ass.
So yeah, you can see all this. You guys could come here, and there's
Wait,
our.
look at me in the back here.
Oh, there he is. There's Cole. Is that Cole right there?
I think in the middle, right?
Yeah, in the middle right here.
Yeah, it's not really the best picture.
I don't know how to zoom.
So you
three dots in the right corner. You should be able to zoom all the way up. No, not the the Google browser. Zoom.
oh, you went the wrong way.
just
Yeah.
bends it. Does not agree.
All right. Well, anyway,
Or
so
whatever.
we
You guys get the
we should be we should have a show here. We go into we could go. I could pull it up to Facebook. You know, we share Facebook, and we go into we could pull up a lot of the stuff that Rob posted over the years. I think we should do that. That'd be really nice. So I think so all of these things we talk about is happening. We've had a busy summer, but not crazy. Today the water was really juiced up. It was a northeast blow. They said it's only wind waves, but to me, it looked to me like there was some groundswell. But who knows? And
I wasn't there.
No, it was big. Not
Ocean
big,
City
but-
was actually like it was choppy, but it was pretty. It wasn't like a mess. It wasn't too big of
No,
waves.
no.
Oh.
It was high tide this morning too. It was blowing hard, and it probably died out a little bit. We'll see how it is tomorrow. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Because we're hitting almost an hour now.
I got Tomasello texting me. He's about to send the debt collectors after me.
Yeah, me too. I gotta text him.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? Why don't
Yeah, we have a quiz for you.
All right, we'll do the quiz and then we'll pack it in.
All right.
I want to do. Listen,
You take.
I'll take lead.
Yeah.
go ahead. So get Sean. Give me some. We'll finish with
All
our
right, Tyler,
quiz.
I'm opening up Kachmar. You ready?
Go ahead.
This man was an English pirate who operated around the West Indies and the British North American colonies. He is largely known as the most famous pirate of all time. Who is he?
I'll give you a hint.
Captain Kidd.
No.
Okay, hang on.
That's a good guess, though.
Hang on.
Captain-
Captain Morgan.
Good guess.
Hang on. Wait. Well,
No, what?
give me three guesses.
What?
Okay, no, keep going. Jack Sparrow is not the right answer.
No. Let me see. I said Morgan. I
Kidd.
said Kit, and there was another guy. Let me just think.
I'll give you another hint. It's not Drake.
No.
If you don't get this and naming those two,
No. Let me just think.
And
'Cause
it's
I'm trying.
also not Captain Hook.
No. Captain Kidd was a big one. He was the big, and then Morgan. There was another one. Bartholomew.
no. Blackbeard.
Okay.
Blackbeard.
What was
Yeah.
his? Do you know Blackbeard's real name?
No.
Edward Teach.
Teach. They supposedly, they got him. You know what the story? Now there's a.
I'm not there yet in the quiz, but
Okay.
if you want to go with this,
No.
we
Okay.
can-
Go. I'll see what you because you're gonna. If you ask me more
jumping
about him,
around.
I
Blackbeard captured countless ships in his career. However, what was the name of the most famous ship in his fleet, which also went to become his flagship?
Saint Anne's Revenge.
Nice.
Close.
Saint
Queen Anne's.
Oh,
Queen
you're
Anne's.
right.
I think I should get. Let's talk to the
Half
people.
point. We'll take
I'll
it
give
to
you
the
a half
committee.
point on that.
Yeah,
We'll
go
take it
ahead,
to the
go ahead.
committee.
Queen's Anne's Revenge, right?
His famous pirate ship was originally a British turned French vessel called La Concorde. When Blackbeard captured the ship a year before his death, most of its defenses, such as cannons, had been stripped away to make room for more slaves. It was easily outmaneuvered due to size and load on the open water, and the crew promptly surrendered the ship to Blackbeard when the pirates caught up with them. Refitted and renamed Queen Anne's Revenge, in 2011, the state of North Carolina declared they had found the wreck just off the coast near the Beaufort Inlet. This blockade of what city in 1718, in which Blackbeard held the harbor for 6 days, capturing 9 trading ships, entering and exiting the harbor. Do you know what city Blackbeard captured for 6 days?
Yeah, I know it's in the Carolinas. I'll just guess Charlotte.
Charlotte?
Charlotte. Yeah,
Charleston.
Charleston. Okay.
But the fact that you
Charleston.
know it's in the Carolinas, I'll give you another half point.
Yeah. I know it was in the Carolinas.
You're always
2
pretty
points.
good with these. It's pretty
yeah,
great.
I mean,
2 points, Catch.
Go ahead. Anything else with him?
Do you want to take a guess at how long Blackbeard's pirating career took place?
Probably not that long. Maybe 8 to 10 years.
Shorter than that.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah. See that they didn't live that long.
No.
But listen,
I think the story of how he died is actually pretty interesting. Do you have that pulled up?
Yeah.
I have a brief.
Yeah, they
do
killed
agree with
killed
that.
him. I mean, it was a big battle, and he got like shot 20 times, stabbed like 30
No,
times.
he got
His head was chopped off.
He got completely mutilated.
Yeah, but he killed a lot of those people.
Yeah.
He's the guy I think who used to light his beard on fire and
He
had
would-
like a whole bunch of guns.
He would put like hemp
yeah,
wicks
yeah.
in his beard.
cannonball
And,
wicks.
and what they did is they
light
chopped
them
his head
so he-
off.
So he would smoke. Like his
Right,
beard would
right.
smoke in battle.
Right. So when the British, they killed him and they cut his head off because they wanted to keep the head as sort of proof that they killed him. A lot of times they did that. That's why they chopped the head off. And the folklore is that they threw the body overboard and the body swam around the boat like 5 times.
Well, have you ever heard about? I forget what they call
That's
it.
what a tough ass.
But this is so.
He didn't give a shit, that guy.
No.
Shout out to the Pirate History podcast. It's amazing. This guy, like the research this guy does is
Okay,
freaking amazing.
I want you to look up. Again, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to
he
tell you.
was-
My ancestor was a pirate. I'm going to just tell you. I'm
No
going to
way.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're okay.
Finish the story.
However, what they used to do that. Well, first of all, pirates like they operated under like a pretty much true democracy was the way a pirate ship worked.
Yeah, they were very.
like
yeah.
the captain was in charge, but absolutely everything
Right,
got put
right.
to a vote. Like, and everybody had a vote. You know,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
say you steal like 100 pounds of gold from a Spanish galleon, I think they were called. Like that 100 pounds of gold is split evenly among all the crew members. There is no.
Yeah, they saw.
There is
they
no the
said that.
captain
Right,
gets
right, right.
more. It was as
but they killed
as
each other,
shitty,
too.
As shitty as they were, there was a lot of nobility attached to what they do. But if you broke that code, one of the ways they tortured you was they would tie. What they would do was they would string a rope under the boat and back up the other side, tie your wrists to one end, your legs to the other, and start feeding you around the hull of the boat.
Right, it's called keel hauling.
Keel hauling, and you would get just sliced to pieces by the barnacles, and maybe you survive
Yeah, no.
to the other side,
our
and they
friend-
just send
Let
you
me.
further around.
So that's what they say, honor among thieves. But let me tell you about a pirate that I know of. He was very active in the west coast of Florida, and you got to look him up right now. His name was it's like my name, Kachmar. He's a
Kachmar pirate.
Caspier. Look for Caspier, the pirate.
Kaspir, I think.
And what he did, he specialized in this. He would go after. They all had different.
Casper the pirate.
No, it wasn't Casper the pirate.
Is this
No,
it?
no. So he would go and
That's
capture.
That's not your ancestor.
No. Look at for southern Florida, west coast of Florida, Caspier. You might be spelling it wrong. So what he did, his shtick was to kidnap women, okay, and other people. But there was kidnapping was a great way to make money. And it was in the United States. That's one of the reasons why the FBI was invented, because people were kidnapping people and going across state lines. And the state police or the police in say New Jersey had no jurisdiction in Pennsylvania before the FBI was invented. There was no national police. Anyway, it was a good business to get these women, and he would hold them and for ransom. So he didn't go after. He wasn't a murderous guy. He would just get a boat and take the women.
Gaspar.
Yeah, Gaspar. Here it is.
Jose Gaspar.
Gaspar. Here it is. So Jose Gaspar. Now this guy,
This is your relative?
No, I'm only kidding. Oh. But I like what he did, though. Not like what he did, but he was interesting. He wasn't going after the gold. He was doing and where he would put the people. Maybe he's not. There's an island. There's 2 islands in the West Coast. One's called
of Florida, West Coast of Florida.
Yeah, one's called Captiva, and the other one is Sanibel. And Captiva. So look up the island Captiva, where they got the name Captiva, and supposedly that's where he would put his captured concubine or whatever you want to call him in Captiva Island. So that's
Our friend Mickey. He's really liking the Showtime show Black Sails. It's all about pirates. He says it's like his favorite show right now. He's loving it. I've not watched yet, but I'm just recommending to you right now, Ty.
Can just do me a favor, pull up Captiva Island real quick, see if there's any reference.
You know about my affinity towards pirates.
Yeah, that's why I'm letting you know.
Anyway, but these guys they were nasty people. But a lot of them, see, Captain Morgan, which was one of the famous pirates, they got what's called letter of marques. So when the British were fighting the Spanish, right?
The privateers got letters of marque.
Right.
So that was the difference between a privateer and a pirate.
Right. And these guys, and what happened was, though, after they won the war, they weren't doing it anymore. They kept on going, But they had the government behind them, and he got knighted. He got a lot, and he made a lot of money. So these guys really were amazing.
Wasn't the first privateer was Nathaniel Drake, right? Or was that?
Drake. He was a was
it Nathaniel
First
Drake?
turn pirate?
No, he was a Drake down to Tortola. You have Drake's Channel. He was a pioneer. He was a he would.
Drake's Channel.
Francis Drake.
Francis Drake was a navigator, naval officer, and he really.
We did a quiz about him.
Yeah, he was down there. What's interesting, in British Virgin Islands, there's a couple places, but there's a place, one specific area. It's called Scrub Island, and if you the geography is, the pirates used to sit there.
Are you gonna buy that when Scrubbing Up goes global?
No, yeah, but they would sit there. And they had the ability to take off if the British ships came from left, right, whatever. And they used to hang out down there. There was a lot of spots where they were very active, but they plied their ways in BVI and first of all, if you think about it, the first time Columbus came over, they think he hit Dominican Republic. That's where they think he hit. The second time he came over, he went further. It'd be east, and he came into Tortola and those areas. So it's pretty interesting. Anyway, let's how about we call it quits? It's an hour so far. I think we had a great show. Tyler, you want to shut this down? So
we're out.
So listen, can you put my webpage and not my webpage, but my
Jersey Shore Foot and Leg Center.com.
Yeah, can you put it up there, Tyler? You don't have it. Just go under Scrubbing Up and grab
LG.association on Instagram,
right
everybody.
Yeah.
Dr. Kachmar at iCloud.com.
He'll put it up for us.
For YouTube, turn on notifications. That's how you get the double see that we're doing things on the internet.
Right there. So it's drkachmar at iCloud.com. Send us an email. You got the Instagram, right? Lifeguards
LG.association.
And make sure to hit that. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. And also comment. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. And did you check that we were going?
We're live on all of them.
And the other thing is we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And try to come on to our show if you want. We definitely want to keep building this. Anything, Tyler? Anything, Sean?
No.
All right. Who wants to give the who's gonna do the?
Ty, you want to do it?
Let me get some. The
famous last words.
Let me get some music for you. Hang on. Let me go here. We always got to have a little music, right?
Hit the light blue button.
The light blue button.
The light blue button on the right, on the left.
Hang on. Light blue here. No. This one?
Yeah, you got it.
Seagulls. You want the seagulls?
Listen up.
Yeah.
Listen up, guys. Listen up. If you want to stay alive, stay out.
Stay out. All right. Thank you,
Have a good
everyone,
night,
for watching.
everybody.
Bye.